So we woke up pretty early this morning. It's about 5:30 today and we've been struggling really hard to take a good picture. So what I thought I'd do is I'd make a very quick video instead.
Yeah.
So we're very smartly dressed in sponsors clothing today.
Yes.
Very discreet. I think that's the word.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Been struggling away to try to get the right angle.
And
so that
the
the
ducklings.
nice.
And the ducklings.
Ducklings. Oh, we're blocking them. There's ducklings there.
Oh.
And we're trying to make sure that we do pay respect to the dumplings, the ducklings, that we have the red sunset kind of, sunrise kind of visible, and that we all look very smart and bright at this time in the morning.
This could be the only time we look smart and bright at this time of the morning.
It's actually raining.
Yeah.
No.
Right, everyone.
Thunderstorms today, apparently.
Should we just smile or just pretend?
They call this the toughest adventure race in the world, but I like to think of it as a chance to show off in front of the camera and to share the adventure with friends and family. In the end, an adventure is all about what makes a good story.
Here we are, peaceful walk through the forest. Just come out of the woods and Jay's just here. It's not too windy at the moment, so I don't know, I've got my hopes up. What about you?
Yeah, I reckon.
Yeah.
I really hope we can fly down. So we got 30 and Pal just ahead of us, and they're just starting to climb up to the turn point now.
We can fly past those guys, are they?
Hopefully, yeah.
We didn't get to fly, and this prologue should have been a warning to us. Basically a half marathon with a backpack up a hill. I had some tight quads in the following days. In the first day of racing we also didn't fly. The others had smaller backpacks, but rather than my back I felt my legs, and surprisingly my feet. I tried to talk a couple of guys into flying off this, but in the end it was risky as the rain returned in the evening. This is where I ended up after a few hours flying the last X-Alps, and this time the hotel was within reach just before the 10:30 PM curfew. The next morning on foot was hard work, and again I tried to talk fellow athletes into flying. In the end I struck out on my own, but it was comforting to see others, including Chrigel, follow. I arrived a fast clearing cloud. Being a little careful after seeing another pilot go down, I think it was Pal, and 10 minutes or so fiddling on launch, was all Chrigel needed to make a breakaway. It was a great release of tension to get that first bit of lift and work my way out the ridge.
So I'm making some progress now, but that shower is right on my heels. I'm flying reasonably fast to keep the wing dry. You can see there's nothing on my harness. But there is, yeah, small little raindrops all flying through. Beautiful.
You can see it was starting to get damp here, and I was looking to slope land before it got much worse. Some athletes go ultra lightweight, but I think it's often worth being a little independent and being able to take care of yourself. Unfortunately I don't follow my own advice though, as I needed to wait for another battery pack later that afternoon.
Well, it's not perfect, there's a shower out there, but
I waited out the shower and then continued, but I wasn't able to get more lift and I landed in the valley floor, literally right next to Pal, who was walking along the road and called out as I came in. Chrigel had meanwhile landed high in the head of the valley, gaining several hours on us. In my favour, by the time I reached the pass, cloud base had lifted above it, but I was still well behind. Alone during my walk up the hill, I finally spotted two guys on the pass who I thought of asking to help me launch. When I got closer I realised it was the Czech team.
thanks heaps, mate, you're a legend.
Stanley I met in X-Pier 3 years ago. A few hours earlier he'd snuck past me when I was napping on the side of the track.
Good cameras to those guys.
His supporter helped me when my glider got into a mess, and to my surprise he also followed us over the coal. Stanley got away ahead of us and I didn't see him again for several days.
Pal and Chrigel walked down here. I guess it was too cloudy when they were here. Oh, that's beautiful. lot of height. Oh, he's coming. He's gone through 9 metres deep. It's a bit crazy, really. Should get better and better again along there.
This was a cracker thermal and it got me on my way. The valley was shaded for the rest of the flight though, so I changed gears, trying to work weak lift and convergences. Meanwhile, Chrigel was busy tagging the Chrigel turn point, a move that gave him a decisive lead. According to the X-Alps statistics, this was one of 3 days where Chrigel flew further than me, and the only day I walked more.